There we are. What's up? What's up, beautiful people? Coach Dimitri here for another episode of the WTF live stream on Wednesdays. Welcome, everybody. Those who are tuning in for the first time, listen, we shoot straight from the hip. Hey, me and Mr. WTF just spoke 2 minutes before the
Can you
live.
hear me, my
Tell
guy?
us yeah, we can hear you. We good. Yeah,
Can't hear
y'all. These
you.
are very impromptu live streams. We don't really plan this much. We have a quick 5 minute conversation about what we're gonna talk about, and we kick it off. So this is gonna be another good one. How do I know? Because we just got it like that, right? Hey, Antonia, how you doing? Me and Mr. WTF just click very, very well, and the conversation just flows. So I don't know what he's gonna say verbatim or per se. We didn't script this out, but I do have an idea of the topic. But either way it goes, it's gonna be some heat. So give us some fireballs in the chat. Go ahead and share this out with your friends and family. Oh yeah, and don't forget to go ahead and go to our website. Go ahead and pull the banner up. Go ahead and check out our website, WTFMA.com. Go ahead and check it out. And yeah, I just released a new podcast episode about cryptocurrency. It's going to be about a 3 or 4 part series. I give success tips to the beginners to give y'all a good head start and to put yourself in a good position to be able to make some money in this bull market. Because Bitcoin is making new all-time
Woo.
highs literally every single day. Now it's at 70 plus $1,000, up from $1,000 when I got into it in 2017. But that's not the topic of this conversation. Yeah, E, what's going on, Mr. WTF?
Hey, man, listen, I appreciate you all joining. Like my man said, go out there and hit that WTFMA.com. Leave a note. You might be on the podcast next. It's a whole bunch of stuff we got going on, you all. I'm dealing with traffic, so apologize for that. I see Antonia and the missus out there. The queens always representing y'all. Where the kings at? Where my kings at? I mean, these queens, we love y'all. Y'all always gonna give us support. And I dig that. We're going live we on Instagram, Facebook,
Let's go.
LinkedIn, YouTube.
Let's go.
Hey, the WTF all over the place, you all. But if you notice from the title and the thumbnail for this is called Collaboration Over Competition. Um, a lot of people talk about this, but we really stand on it. Like, we're looking to collaborate with everyone in the local areas. If you're international, hit us up on the website. Again, it's WTFMA.com. It's in the banner right there. We got collabs. I mean, they popping off, you all. We about to drop a few on the podcast. Just last week, I was on a guy's podcast, and we had a similar background. He's doing major things on the reentry front. So shout out to my guy, Cordell Sims. Go out there and look him up. Author, been through some things, and he definitely donates his books to the institutions and the reentry. We also had a wonderful meeting with Truth here in the St. Clair County area in Illinois. We about to collab on some things like and here's my thing, and something I face as a business owner with reaching out to a lot of these other services type groups, because we are not for profit, and we're looking to service the communities near us and abroad. But a lot of times, and I hate to be the one to bring up bad news, but a lot of times we run into people concerned about someone stealing their program and taking their people, even pulling some of their employees. They may have some great coaches and you want to steal them and things like that. We don't accept that type of energy over here, because we don't give that type of energy out, because it's enough people for all of us to serve, you all. There's not enough of us out there. And the reason why I know this is because you can look at the doggone statistics. Young people, all type of people are still out here struggling with this thing called adulting. And that's what we focus on, is how to help you adult, how to help you learn how to use AI, how to help you learn how to use Canva and CRM systems and things like that for the entrepreneurs. We got help for you too in our curriculum, but we definitely have a focus on these young people. And I'm excited, man. That's why I wanted to make this topic about this, because there's a new energy going around, and it's called collaboration over competition. We're going to have some events coming up that's going to focus on this. And let me go for a second, Dimitri, man, because, you know, this is near and dear to my heart. But everybody wants to be the boss. You know, everybody wants to be the top dog. But when bosses come together, and other communities, they're great at this. They're great at bringing together the bosses to sit down at the round table and have masterminds. It ain't about you got more money, you got this. Money is never the issue, you all. A lack of money is never the issue, because I think I got a bulb going out or something, like, unless my eyes glitching on me. But that's something that I run into a lot. And I had the best meeting of the entire WTF this week on Monday at the Good Samaritan Center with the group Truth. Shout out to Trayvon and his team. Like, I met their energy and they met mine, and we got some big things going on, you all, because what we do is we assume that everybody knows what we know. I need you all to stop that. Chrissy, Antonia, and the people that have not jumped into the chat. People need to know what you know. Don't assume, because you know we make a declaration, break down the word. It says, ask you me. You declare when you assume that somebody else knows this. They need to know what you know, because as I always tell people, the fool learns from his own mistakes. The wise learn from other people's mistakes. You don't have to keep failing your way to the top. Yeah, we're going to take some bings and dings and some lumps and all that along the path. That's just part of this journey, you all. It's a journey. And it takes a little while to get there. But when you hold firm and you surround yourself, like we're building a mastermind right now and pulling together all these different services, man, to really get everyone to see what we can do to help these communities. And I mentioned this BOSS thing. So the BOSS is an acronym. And this is something that I'm putting it out there. I don't care if somebody steal it and use it, but everybody gonna know they heard it from here. But these bosses, it's an acronym. Every metropolitan city that has not-for-profits and people active in the community, we need to create a BOSS. And that's a book of services, and supporting services that if I come to your city, I should be able to look up the BOSS in Atlanta to see who does what near me. And the bosses need to see that. We need to have annual, quarterly events for bosses to come together and mastermind and brainstorm and come up with the best thing. See, we get a little bit and we want to hold it to ourselves and be like, I don't want you to steal what I'm doing. And it, man, look, that's not here at the WTF. If any of you all are young business folks that want to get into the field of what we're doing, then by all means, hit us up on WTFMA.com. We'll show you the curriculum. We'll show you what we're doing. We'll show you the tools that we're using to keep this thing going. If you want to build a podcast, hit us up. We'll show you how to do that too. We putting it out there, you all, because one thing about me and our program is free of charge to the people. It's free of charge to the people, because guess what? There are big corporations that want to support us. They have the funding. They have an annual budget every quarter, every year, where they pour into not-for-profits and new businesses like us. And they can't even pour into us because we're not putting out our services. They don't even know we exist. They want to be sponsors. They want to support. And that's what we're doing here at the WTF. So again, BOSS is an acronym. It's a book of social services, a book of special services, selected services, whatever you want to call it. but use that when you think of being a boss and how you can uplift so many people by networking, because I can't replicate what Dimitri does with crypto. That man has a wealth of knowledge. There is no competition there. I bow down to his knowledge. And there's certain things that you all do that we bow down to, but we want to connect and support you. We want you to get on the podcast. Antonia, you need to be on the podcast. It's a contact tab on WTFMA.com to put your story out there. It won't cost you a dime, but a few hours of your time. And we want to put your story out there, Chrissy, with your naturopathic items. And man, that stuff she's doing with yoga and natural, like, that's unbelievable. We want that story on the podcast. We're not holding it back saying, oh, no, you got to have 1 million followers to mess with us. You got to have this, you got to have that. No, you got to have the willpower and the courage to get out there and put your story out, or you can stay in the shadows and watch everybody else do their thing. Ooh. I'm encouraging everybody to get out of those shadows, you all. They need to know what you know. You can save so many lives just with your story alone. And if you need help building that business, hit your guys up. We'll pour into you whatever we got. If you need help with crypto, we'll pour into you with whatever we got. I promise you. But I'm going to let you jump in, Dimitri, man. But this is, again, this is near and dear to my heart. And we're gaining so much momentum. And we've fought through a lot of ups and downs through this business thing. But the hockey stick, we're right here. We ain't here no more. We've been here for the last year and a half. But if you know what the shape of a hockey stick is, it's time for us to go on up to the top and serve even more people. But let me hush for a second.
Man, listen, bro. You say that you can't test me with my knowledge with crypto, bro. Your ability to just come out the gates shooting, boy, just with your words, man.
Ali, baby.
Powerful, man.
Hey, what Kevin Gates say? I'm light-skinned and I fight good just like Muhammad Ali. Damn nasty, hook good just like Muhammad Ali. Let me be quiet.
Man, bro, and like you said so much, and I want to touch on something that, definitely coincides with what we're talking about with our title of collaboration over competition, y'all. Like he kept touching on like y'all can take the curriculum, y'all can have all the information, because y'all can't replicate the passion that we have. Y'all can't replicate us. Y'all can't replicate the mission. The information is just part of the thing that makes it work, right? But you have to have good intentions behind everything that you do. You have to have a growth mindset, and that's one thing that is opposite of what he was saying as far as people holding on to that information like that's is scarcity now. Like, no, like information is out there. It's for the taking for anybody. So you have to have something that's going to differentiate yourself, right? You have to have that human element, because in this digital world, in this world of AI, this virtual world, you have people walking around with these Apple Pro headsets on, and we're becoming more and more disconnected from each other. Yeah, we're becoming Frankenstein, zombified, like The Walking Dead, literally, like that. They tell us in the shows and in the media, like, we're becoming The Walking Dead, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's now more important than ever for us to have that human element, that human touch, that empathy, to be able to help each other, grow and become, the best versions of ourselves that we know that we can be. And that's why we're here at the WTF Academy, is to help everybody do that. But we start with the youth, because, us people who have a few gray hairs, we're kind of, stuck in our ways. So, it's our efforts are best served helping out the youth, because they're the next people up, and they're going to be the ones taking care of us. So we want to make sure that we're in the best hands possible. And so that's our mission here at the WTF. So,
and he talking about y'all with them gray hairs. I got platinum blonde highlights.
I got a couple right here, man. More up in my nostril area, but yeah.
Hey, you got that new baby. Get ready, boy, because they gonna increase.
Hey, hey, it's all good. I love it.
I'm gonna have to give me some of that Beijing or something, you know.
Oh man, hey man, keep
I'm
keep
too
it natural,
natural, bro.
brother. Salt and pepper.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I ain't worrying about it. Like, hey, I am my age. I got a birthday coming up in a couple weeks, man, and I feel better than I ever felt, man. So I ain't worried about it at all. Shout out to my
I love it.
70 babies out there, my Gen Xers. You know, we getting close to that 50 mark. Some of us done hit that 50 mark, but it's all love, you all. But seriously, we're bringing good energy today, and we really want you all to stop being selfish and holding it back, waiting for it to be perfect. I can't get my story out there until I got stop. Rip the band-aid off. Get on out there. That's how you're going to learn. As the great Les Brown stated, you're going to fail your way to success. Think of that. You are going to fail your way to success, but you got to take action. That's the number one thing. The greatest idea in the world is nothing but an idea until you start taking action. And guess what? You might fumble out the gate. You might stumble out the gate. Anything, it can happen. But those that truly are in their purpose, as Coach Dimitri stated, and you doing what's right, I guarantee if you're doing what's right and you're helping people, and you're not just in it for the bag, you're not just in it for the Lambo, because hey, I heard this today, man. A lot of people compare themselves to IG and social media, and they see all this glam out there, but you all know they got filters, right? They got a
Absolutely.
whole bunch of filters making you all think that grass is greener on the other side. But a lot of them filters, if you peel that back, whoo, there's some people out there hurting you all, but they just look good for the gram. And I'm not against looking good for the gram, because as you can see, your boy got his shirt on looking good today. But I'm just saying, you can look good and still service people. And again, we are all one of one. So my story is not Dimitri's story. My story is not Antonia's story. My story is not Cordell's story. My story is not Dr. Elisa's story. But we all have a story to tell. And once you tell it enough, then you'll be able to sell that thing. And you can make you a couple coins just based off of your story. Put it in a book. If you're struggling with a book, that's another one. Contact me. I'll show you how you can get your book going. Like,
Hold on now.
I'm
Listen,
getting
man.
too
Listen,
much.
like
My bad, man.
let's slow it down for the people. Let's give them some action steps, because what you're doing right now is just spitting hot fire, and it's too much for the people, man. We gotta listen to this at least 2 or 3 times to get it all. But we want to make sure before we leave this live today that we give them some action, some simple action steps of how to get out that shell, man. Because I know I was in my shell prior to joining the mentorship where we met, man. And with me, I just ripped the band-aid off, and I know that's something that you mentioned also. But what, like, are there some more subtle ways that people can take those gradual baby steps to kind of get there? Because some people may not be as bold as us,
Right.
at first. So for those people who aren't, what would you say is a good alternative to start taking those small action steps to getting towards that step?
So you got to niche it down, you all, and look at your story and say, who do I want to serve? And it all starts within. You can't help nobody till you help you. So just on a daily basis, I promise you, if you focus on this, your RAS is going to kick in. Dimitri can find out the RAS acronym. I forgot the whatever. It's a brain thing. I always forget that acronym for some reason. Look it up, Dimitri, but while I'm talking real quick, but you can kick in your RAS. So what you do on a daily basis is use your imagination. Use your imagination and say, what do I look like in my purpose? What do I look like winning? And you can do this. It don't cost you a dime. Just start looking and be like, man, what if I could do whatever I wanted to do for the rest of my life, and money, education, age, nothing is an issue? What would you like to do? Who would you like to serve? Because this great universe that was created by God, I do not separate the two. This great universe that was created by God was made through his imagination, or hers, whoever you want to call it, was made through imagination. And you were made in the image and act. There it is, what she said. Right on, Queen. But you were made in his image. What is the rule? And everybody says that so much, man. I was made in the image and after the likeness of God. Root word is image. What is the root word of imagination? Image. You got to be able to see it, you all, because you cannot hit that target that you don't see. So the first step is for you to really think about, man, what am I thinking about? What do I want to do? See, people be missing that one, man. I
Ooh,
gotta
hold
say
on
that
now, hold
again.
on. So you saying we have to think about our thoughts?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
hold on now.
Think about
So,
what you think about.
so that's gonna require another level of awareness, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so we're gonna have to break out of our normal cycle of just going through life on autopilot. We're gonna have to kind of
Yeah.
slow down and start to look at the things that we're doing. Look at our habits, our daily habits, whether
Mm-hmm.
they're feeding our goals or holding us back from them, like things like that. Is that what you're speaking of, sort of, kind of?
Absolutely. And here's why. If you don't want to do that, then that means you're comfortable with where you at and what you got and what you're doing in your life. And if that's the case, then by all means, baby, be comfortable, be happy, and be cool, because maybe this isn't for you. But if you at a point in your life where you like, you know what, I need to do more, I desire more, I want to help more people, then you got to look within before you start looking outside of yourself, because all the change starts right here. The world happens whether or not you walking, living, limping. The world is going to happen. You cannot control that, but you can control that internal experience. So when you realize, I want to do more, I want to be more, I want to see more, then use your imagination and paint that picture. Become a Picasso and say, I'm going to paint a picture of what this more looks like, what this difference looks like. Because as Einstein stated, if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. So if you want change, you got to change your thoughts. You got to change that image and get an emotional connection and be excited, like, oh, I can see myself doing that. Oh, I can see myself out of debt. So using your imagination and building that will build your belief system. Because, man, I heard this the other day, Dimitri, man, and this is right on point about the law of attraction. And a guy said this, man, and I had to think about it. I had to think about what I was thinking about. He said the law of attraction is so real, we need to be afraid. Now, why would you be afraid of the law of attraction? I know why. Because most of the stuff we think about is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And we wonder why we attracting it.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you know the law of attraction is real, now you need to think about what you're thinking about. Because if you're thinking about the past, if you're thinking about the future being dreadful, then you're attracting that through the law of attraction. And when you speak it, now you're utilizing the law of vibration. But when you think it, you're utilizing the law of mind. I'm telling you, it's laws, you all. We got to examine what we're doing and think about what we're thinking about. Because if it's garbage in, garbage out. You
Bro,
are what you think about.
man, that's so profound. And while you were talking, man, like, dude, I was thinking about what you were saying about our thoughts and everything, and just kind of recalling the things that I know about the mental and psychological warfare that we're up under on this planet, man, from different forces that be. Everything is pretty much geared towards dumbing our mind down and making us susceptible to uh, copying and emulating the images that they push out to us, whether it be on the media, and then they, poison us with the water, putting fluoride in there, which calcifies our pineal gland, which prohibits us from being able to tap into our spiritual side. You know what I'm saying? And we all know how important that is, man. Everything that we're talking about is on the spiritual side, y'all. Like these things help us tap into our superpower. Like we're not just 3D physical beings, y'all. Like there is another side to us. And the reason why many people, in my opinion, I don't have any Harvard studies for this, but in my opinion, in my experience, the main reason why many people and many families continue to perpetuate generational curses is because they don't understand their spiritual power and they
Mm-hmm.
don't ever tap into that greatness. I personally don't think that we use 10% of our brain. I personally don't think that. I don't think God will put this in our skull for us to use 10% of it. I truly believe that we're using it in the wrong way. We're
Absolutely.
using all of our brain power to create things that we don't want if we're continuing to get the results that we don't want. And for those of us who are, creating Uber wins and creating big success, like they're using all of their brain power to create that reality. Right? And it's funny how we're all on the same physical earth, but
Mm-hmm.
many of us live in different worlds, right?
Yes.
And why is that? Why is someone who's homeless, why is their world different than someone who, what I'm saying, is a entrepreneur who travels the globe in a private jet? Like we all live on the same earth, but why are all of our worlds different?
Mm-hmm.
And some of it is because those are the cards that we were dealt. But then I think about people like E, who was dealt.
Man, them excuses.
Man, like you was the one of the worst
Bruh,
hands, man. You turned that into a royal flush, my brother. You know
man,
what I'm
look at
saying?
here.
So
You
so
ain't
it
lying.
can't be that,
Nope.
It must be something else.
Too many stories of people coming from poverty, man. Too many stories from people coming from tragedy for that to be the excuse. That you might have started out rough, but as I state, those that reach the greatest depths can attain to the highest of heights, or either you can just waddle in it. And here's my thing: is if you want more, which most of us, the majority of us, especially those watching this, they definitely want more because they wouldn't be watching this if they didn't. They don't want to listen to us just running our mouth about being successful because that's what we teach is being successful. And we all have the capabilities. It looks different for everyone, but we still have the ability to be successful. I don't care if you came from a third world country, you came through poverty, you went to prison, you've been molested as a kid, all these different things. You see some of these great ones out there that are still achieving different things because they have that desire and that passion to push through. Like they told me, if you're going through hell, don't stop. Just keep going until you get up out of that thing. And hell and heaven is a state of mind. If you're looking for a pie in the sky, please, I got a bridge to sell you if that's the case. But seriously, you all, look within and say, what more can I do? I want to do so much more than what I'm doing. And even if it's not for you, do it for the next generation. Do it for your loved ones. You say you love them. Even if you don't love yourself enough to do more, do it for the other generation you are. Whatever your motivation is, whatever your passion is, do it for them. If you have a passion for cancer survivors, start you up a not-for-profit for cancer survivors. Provide support there. It's so many different things we can do. The numbers are unlimitless. Unlimitless. Did I just say that right? But but you all know what I'm saying. Hey, but here's the thing. Again, you got to want more. You got to desire more impact, more impact, more impact. And the more you impact this universe, the better off your life will be. But if you just want to stay comfortable, where all the great ideas and the dreams die, which is the comfort zone, then, hey, I applaud you. Do your thing. Keep being comfortable. But here at the WTF, we are pushing people to be more successful. We are pushing people, and success is not a dollar sign. Before I wrap up, I want to make sure you know success does not mean a certain number because there's a lot of millionaires and billionaires killing themselves because they're miserable with all those numbers. So it ain't about the number. We got to get to this success and define what success truly is, man, because I have my understanding of what success is. And success is about being happy in your own skin. That's a level of success. Like even if you don't have, everybody doesn't have a desire to be a millionaire, and that's perfectly fine. but do you have a desire to help 1 million people? My churchgoers, my pastors, my priests, all that, you in the business of helping people, increase that. That's a success level. Increase the amount of lives that you touch. You don't have to do it for the bag. We don't do this for the bag. Do it for the impact that you can have in this universe. So when you do pass, and the people that come after you, they're going to say, boy, that boy Dimitri, he was a bad boy. He put out a couple crypto books. He helped some people change their lives with their mindset. He helped some of these teenagers. He built this organization up. Like, I mean, people are you're going to leave a story, whether you believe it or not. They're going to talk about you after you're gone. So if you care about that at all, and you have a heart of love and passion and you want to help people, it's a way to be strategic about it. You can be strategic about it and build it where it's foundational and build it up to where you're helping that many more people. So forget about the dollar sign. Success is the amount of happiness you can bring about in this world. That to me is successful. If you ain't doing that, even at home, we got some work to do, baby. And we can do it with some daily habits. We got all these little things. You just need to hit us at WTFMA.com. Set up a consultation call. We can get on there. We guarantee to give you at least 3 steps that if you apply these will change your life forever. But it's the application of the knowledge. It's not just the knowledge, because knowledge unapplied is just a parrot that can repeat some things like the school system. I'm going to say this, I'm going to wrap up because you know I'm going, because a lot of the school system, name one class that taught you how to think. They teach you how to memorize and pass a test. How many times have you had a class where it made you think? Teach me how to think. A lot of us don't even know how to think about what we think about. We're just living in this cyclical world and going through the motions of that 95%, as all the great brain surgeons and what's that? What do they call that with the brain? I'm all over the place. Anyway, scientists, they study the brain waves, and they say 95% of what we do is based on what we did yesterday. It's on autopilot. So your little 5% that's trying to rear up ain't winning against the 95. But you can change that 95 once you know why you thinking this way, then you can change it. But if you're not even willing to think about what you think about, then welcome to the comfort zone. Welcome to this cyclical world. Welcome to the 95 of being on autopilot, and watch the world pass you right on by as you get a little gray in the face or in the head or wherever you, for the ladies too. The world will pass you by and you'll sit there like Les Brown thought when he's on his deathbed, and everything around him are all the great ideas that you had that you didn't pursue. And they're all looking at you like, why did you let us die with you? Because nobody had that idea but you. And you're letting them die by just wasting your time. Man, I'm done, bro.
Woo! Hey, did y'all catch what he threw? Hey, man, that was dope, bro. Great ending. Great episode. Once again, I told y'all before we started, this was going to be great, man. It always is. Whenever Mr. WTF is on the line, it's always going to be a great call, y'all.
We love y'all.
We love y'all. Absolutely. We absolutely do. Thank y'all for y'all ongoing support. Thank y'all for watching live. Thank y'all for watching the replay, leaving the comments, sharing this out. We appreciate you. We will see y'all again next Wednesday. But before we leave, WTF not only means what's the formula, but it also stands for our mantra, which is winning takes focus. And that's what we preach. That's what we teach here at the WTF Men's Academy. So if you're interested in learning more about just the little snippets of information we gave today, join us. Hit us up on our website, WTFMA.com, for more information. And until next Wednesday, stay focused and keep winning.
Peace, y'all.